Okay, this is my jug of kombucha. You can see that the SCOBY in it is huge, so it's time to take a piece off of it so that I have more room to actually have my own kombucha. So we're gonna make you a starter out of this. So I'm taking the whole thing out of here, this big, slimy piece of stuff.
Wow.
Yep. And this is this layers and layers. Every time you make a refill, it builds another layer, another layer, another layer.
So when you take a piece off, do you take a layer off, or do you
can take a
chunk
layer.
off?
I usually find a nice, like this looks like a pretty nice chunk here, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see, where's the lid to this so that I can actually measure? Okay, that's pretty close, but we want it to be, we want it to end up in the shoulder area right here, not up high.
Okay.
This is actually pretty thick, but you can start with thick, that's okay. So I'm going to just cut you a chunk. And what you're going to have here is an ever brewing one. So you always have some ready. You don't have to finish it up and start off a new one. I'm taking off some of these old layers so that we have a nice one here. And when you're working with this, you can always use straight vinegar on your hands if you need to. You can rinse this in vinegar. You don't need to use vinegar. I'm going to just rinse this off because it's got a little bit of slime.
What does the vinegar on your hands do?
Just keeps the pH the same as what's in here. And I'll see how well I did with the size-wise. Yep, that looks like that's going to work pretty good, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you're first starting your batch, you need to find some kombucha that's very, very sour. Almost like vinegar. Does this smell like vinegar? And yeast, kind of?
Smells like vinegar.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to, I'll give you a good, healthy start of it, because the more of it you have to start with, the faster yours will brew.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you...
And how long have you been drinking kombucha?
About 1.5 years now.
And you've been making it about the same amount of time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're going to pour this in there.
And you're still alive.
Yeah. I think I'll give you a good couple cups here.
All right.
I always have 2 going at one time. One that's ready to drink and one that's in the midst of getting ready to drink. And then when your brew is as tart as you like it, you can drink it just like that. Or you can take some of it out and fill one of the kombucha bottles and put fruit. I like fruit in mine. I like berries and cherries and strawberries and all that kind of stuff.
Anything not to put in it?
I think pineapple might not be the best thing to put in it because it's very acidic.
Okay.
Okay, now, unlike your other one that you said sunk,
Yeah.
this guy, well, he's kind of sinking.
Yeah.
But even if he sinks and stays down there, it's going to seal, it's going to make a whole nother SCOBY on the top.
Okay, and
Because the whole purpose of the SCOBY is to keep it, to seal the air in, and then it gets carbonated.
Okay.
So, from here, we're going to...
Now, you said that this one that you're taking it out of, that's too vinegary at the moment to use? So
I can drink it.
But, I mean, you're using the other one that's a little bit milder?
That one's not quite vinegary enough for me, but I have some that I've already put in these bottles.
So just
And see the fruit on top?
Yeah, old kombucha
And then-
bottles.
And then if it's been nicely sealed up, you'll have a little, see the bubbles on there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a little bit of carbonation. So
How long, you didn't have it refrigerated, so how long will that sit on the shelf?
after I take it out of here and put the fruit in, I set it on the shelf 2 to 3 days, depending on how hot or cold it is. If it's really hot out, it will work quicker, because this fruit that you put in here, it's giving the yeast something to eat. So, and then you can refrigerate it, and then you can drink it.
Yeah.
Or probably put some vodka in it if you want.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So, now you've got this, and you're going, well, what am I supposed to do with this, right? So, what I do take about 3 cups of water.
Mm-hmm.
Stick it in the microwave for 6 minutes. Now you can use any kind of tea you want to in here. I usually use a combination of regular black tea, and in this case I'm throwing in 5 black tea bags and 2 green tea bags.
Okay.
You can use all black, you can use all green. And we're gonna let that steep.
For how long do you let it steep?
Till it's nice and dark. Meanwhile, I will get the sugar ready. Now, a lot of the recipes call for a full cup of sugar. I think that's way too much. I do it with between a half and 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
Does the sugar feed the yeast?
The sugar feeds the tea. Let's see, the tea.
No, go away.
You can put the sugar in there while it is still hot because it'll dissolve it faster. And I use less than a cup. You can vary it depending on how big of a batch you're making. I just pour that right in there on top of the tea bags. Stir it up a little bit. And we're gonna let it get nice and dark.
It's already turning pretty dark now.
You can use loose tea. You can use bagged tea. The only kind of tea bags you don't want to use are something with artificial flavorings in them. Like
orange tea or something like that?
Lemon tea, orange tea. Although orange pico is a type of tea that you can use. But
just not flavored ones.
right. Jasmine, if you like the flavor of jasmine, you can use jasmine.
Do you have some tea?
I have lots of teas.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of teas. I usually just look at the label and see what's in there. This is one of my favorites that I use as a loose tea. It's a mixed blend. Smells good.
Now, how do you get all the granules out of there?
You use one of
Okay,
these.
okay.
Yep. And you just, yep. And I mix this sometimes with that, and depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Earl Grey, do not use. It has bergamot in it, which is an oil which will make your SCOBY get sick.
Okay. Earl Grey, it's called.
Uh-huh.
All right.
But there's lots of teas. Lots and lots of teas. So, as soon as this gets, let's see.
Folks, next time I do this video, we're going to have more light in here.
Why, are you going to fix those?
Do I look like an
Just
electrician?
wiggle them. Just wiggle them.
I tried that already.
Yeah, I know. You fixed them last time by wiggling them.
I hit him. Oh. I don't know why they won't. Silly things.
Okay, so the tea is nice, dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't want it to be that strong when it's in your mix. So we're going to fill this cup up with cold water.
Now, do you take the tea bags out before you put it in your kombucha mix?
Yeah, as soon as it cools off and I can stick my hand in there, I'll pull them out. So we're gonna let that set because it's still hot. So you can turn that off.